Welcome, everyone, to our CSTV.com Bowl Preview. It's Trev Alberts, Greg Amsinger, Brian Jones. It's time for a fiesta. It's the Fiesta Bowl. Oklahoma taking on West Virginia. What are we going to expect out of the Mountaineers here? Rich Rodriguez leaves. The players are heartbroken, especially after last year he turned on Alabama, and now he leaves for Michigan. So are these players going to take this, use this under an interim head coach as motivation to come out and make a statement, or are they minds elsewhere and they're going to roll over and get smashed?
They can take whatever the hell they want to take. They're going to get blasted by Oklahoma. Defense just playing lights out right now. You look what they did to Missouri Tigers, #1 team in the nation at the time. They just obliterated the Missouri Tigers. Your Missouri Tigers. And you're talking about a one-dimensional football team. Name one receiver. Okay,
Darius
one. Darius Reynard. That's the only one they can pull out.
Steve Slayton is #2 in the
He's not a receiver. He's not a receiver. One receiver. That's the only guy they throw to. Come on. A one-dimensional team is going to beat Oklahoma? No way. And can they stop Alan Patrick? I know DeMarco Murray had the knee injury. He's out. Can they stop Chris Brown? No, they cannot. You got the #1 as far as percentage passer in the NFL too. NCAA, Sam Bradford. Too many weapons for Oklahoma's offense. And plus, last but not least, West Virginia lost to Pitt.
He's right.
Well, yeah. Okay. Oklahoma has lost to one-dimensional teams in the past, of course. They lost to Colorado this year.
That's one-dimensional? No, they're not.
They lost to Texas Tech. That's a one-dimensional team. Okay. All they can do is throw, right? It isn't about being one-dimensional. I agree with you. I think Oklahoma is clearly the better team. They are the better team. They have the better athletes. But look, Rich Rodriguez recruited kids to West Virginia who had a chip on their shoulder. If ever the Steve Slaytons and Pat Whites and Owen Schmitz and Darius Renauds of the world had a chip on their shoulder, they ought to have a chip on their shoulder right now because they bought into what the coach told them, and they did everything they asked. They found themselves in a BCS game, and are going to look to the sideline, and Rich Rodriguez is nowhere to be found. It's fundamentally wrong for me for these student athletes to have to endure this. That's another story. In the end, I think West Virginia plays very well. I think they're motivated. I think Oklahoma has too much athleticism. They slow them down in Oklahoma.
That coach, Rich Rodriguez, was on the sideline when they lost to USF. That same coach, Rich Rodriguez, was on the sideline when they lost to Pitt. And I love what Steve Slayton said. He said it's a business. These young men understand it's a business. And I think Rich Rodriguez left the way you should leave. At the end of the season, okay, you got one game left, the bowl game. BJ, you're rewarded for a great season.
Here's what angers me. It's a business for everybody.
Except for the player. I agree. I'm with you there.
Why is it a business for everybody but the kids?
I'm with you. That's another show.
I was all ridiculous analysis, but I agreed with all of it. I agreed with all of it. For Trev and BJ, I'm Greg. We'll preview another bowl some other time on CSTV.com.